Hey guys, Neolite Productions. I'm going to show you how to mount some Freedom Pars or Freedom Light Pars, because these are the Chinese knockoff brands, onto an O clamp. So I'm just using a Dremel with the grinder bit. Once you open up the O clamp, you will find a bolt, nut and bolt, well, wing nut on the inside of it, and I just used the grinder to widen the hole up a little bit. These things just pop right off. It's just the inserts that go inside, so when you pop off these inserts, they just snap in and out. That's when you'll get down to the nut. So inside, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show you because of the light. Let's see. You'll see there's two little lips on both sides. That was actually what's holding. My cat wants to be in the video, apparently. Those are actually what's holding the smaller bolt in there. You actually have to go in there and grind off those two little lips in there that make the hole smaller. Once you grind those off, then you go to the hardware store, and I bought these. They're M12s. That's what goes into the screw hole of the Freedom Par. And I bought the 35mm. You might be able to find smaller ones. Maybe like a 30mm might be a little bit better. Or just put a washer in between. So once you grind those two lips down, this will slide right in there, and you'll be able to attach it to the Freedom Pars. I'll show you after the grinding in a second. As you can see, you just gotta keep grinding it until the head of that nut sits down in there. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it sits down in there and you can tighten it down to your fixture tight enough, you should be good to go. Let me grind it a little bit more and I'll put it back together and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, the nut is sitting in there flush now. Let's go ahead and put back on the sleeve that makes it smaller. And there you go. Screw it into your Freedom Par and you can mount it up on the T-bar. One thing that I noticed while doing this is it makes the Freedom Par very front heavy because the mount's not centered. So it actually spun my T-bar all the way around. I might have to use my ultimate support one and maybe it won't spin, but this cheaper eliminator T-bar and plastic clamp, it actually made it spin inside that clamp right there and spun it around. Some people might be asking why I chose the O clamps, is because I know they make the metal one that's a M12 or whatever, but it only goes on 2-inch trussing, and this pole is 1.5, and you can't really find a 1.5 clamp, so I decided to build my own clamp for it. And I'm also trying this mount because I have a I-beam that I can run these on, and I can have all 10 of my uplights on top of the I-beam and have my movers on the bottom, and then for teen shows I can have a chase along the top of the I-beam and moving heads on the bottom and really make it look good. And I trying to save up some money for maybe a 4-bar or a blizzard weather system, or I know Eternal Lighting, I want to say, has their version that's a battery powered. But until I can save up enough, I'm going to try this option. I have a DMX control box, so I could really make these things dance if I wanted to. Alright, peace. Figured I'd do a little demo. I don't have them DMX right now, I just have the little cheesy remote that came with them. But let's turn them on and you can kind of see what they're going to do. Or during slow songs, just make it do a certain color, or auto and make it dance. Slow song. And back to dancing. Or off for dancing, I guess. Or slow dances. So let me know what you think.